All right. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Kids Week 2022 at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. How are we feeling this morning? Awesome. Great. So wonderful for you all to be here. My name's Alicia. I'm with the Intrepid Museum, and we are so thrilled to be having everyone back here on yet again for our amazing Kids Week Festival. We love doing this every year. We've got so many fun performances and activities and demonstrations going on all throughout the week. And also, especially today, wonderful partners here, Billy and Oyster Project, Ballet Hispanico School of Dance. We're going to see them in a bit later, too. But you know, everyone, the Intrepid has cool things all year round. It's all housed in our amazing complex here around our incredible ship, the Intrepid. And we've also got outside a Cold War era nuclear submarine. We've also got upstairs a space shuttle, the Space Shuttle Enterprise. And has anyone else been upstairs yet? Have you seen anything else cool up there? Yeah, no. Well, be sure before you leave to go check it out. We actually have right now a full scale model of the Mars Perseverance rover and Ingenuity helicopter. It's amazing. So before you leave today, promise me you are going to get upstairs and check those out. They're only going to be here through June 15th. So make sure you see them before you leave, okay? Now, everyone, I am so thrilled to welcome to the stage my good friend here, Ellen Pizer from our Intrepid Education Department. And she is going to be telling us a few star stories from all around the world. All right, you ready? All right, a warm welcome to Ellen from our Education Department. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Alicia. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. Here at the Intrepid, we strive to educate the public, honor our heroes, and inspire our youth. So I'm really happy to be talking a little bit about star stories. And our program today has to do with our ship, the name of our ship, and how some of the other interesting space-related objects on board got their names from celestial objects in the sky. So, my friends, we are going to start off by talking a little bit about this ship, about Intrepid. Intrepid's name, I think, is pretty cool. It comes from the word intrepid. Does anybody know what the word intrepid means? What does the word intrepid mean? Yes, my friend. Brave. Yes, intrepid means brave. To go around the world and sail a ship around the world is a very brave thing to do. And that is where our ship gets its name. Now, our museum is a sea, air, and space museum. And we're talking a little bit about the space aspect of our museum today. On the way to the Explorium here, you might have passed this object just over in our hangar too. Did anybody see this object already? Give me a thumbs up if you've seen it. Oh, awesome. A lot of people have seen this artifact on our floor. Very good. So this artifact is a full-scale replica of a Mercury space capsule. A Mercury space capsule. All right. And this space capsule went, just like it, went up into space with this gentleman. His name is Scott Carpenter on a rocket. Now, my friends, this was a very big mission that NASA did. And I have a smaller replica, all right, of our rocket with our Mercury capsule on top. Now, when astronauts go into space on any sort of ship, all right, it is unfair to send them up into space without a countdown, without a warning of where they're going. So when I launch my little Mercury rocket up into space, I need a countdown as well. Will you guys help me out? Awesome. All right, so we're going to count down from 10. All right, I'll put our rocket on our launch pad. All right, so all together now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Now, when our rocket goes into space, something really interesting happens. our capsule separates from the rest of the rocket. The rest of our rocket will fall back down to Earth. Some of it will burn up. And this capsule is the only thing left with our astronaut. And it does something really cool. It does something called orbit, or go around our planet. And I've got another really cool sort of device to show you guys how that happens. All right. So this is going to be our Earth. And our little capsule is going to go around and around and around our planet. All right. It has to go around Earth at a very specific speed. If it goes around too fast, it'll shoot off into space. If it goes around too slow, it'll come back down to our planet. Scott Carpenter and some of his other astronaut pals, they went around Earth and they had specific jobs to do that had to do with learning how to live and work in space. Now, after Scott Carpenter needed to come back, all right, there were special parachutes built into the capsule to help him land safely. So I need a volunteer. All right. You, my friend, all right, I am going to drop our parachute and our capsule, and I would like you to retrieve it. You think you can do that? Give it back to me. All right, here we go. So this is what a capsule landing might have looked like. Are we ready? All right. Woohoo! Thank you very much. Thank you for retrieving our capsule. Now, my friends, when capsules come and land on Earth, all right, NASA chose to have them come down and land in the water. All right, nice soft landing, sort of like jumping into the ocean on a hot summer day. Does anybody like to jump into the ocean or into a pool, maybe do a couple cannonballs? Ooh, I see lots of hands. Yeah, I like to go swimming too. All right, when our capsule landed, just like my friend here retrieved it for me and brought it back to the stage, all right, NASA also needed someone to go pick up the capsule and pick up astronauts. And for that job, NASA chose different ships in the Navy. And it was Intrepid's job to go pick up Scott Carpenter after his mission. That's why we're a space museum, because we had astronauts on board Intrepid when it served in the Navy. Now, my friends, how would you feel if an astronaut came to visit you at school or at home or at work? How would you feel? Show me with your thumbs. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Ooh, I see lots of thumbs up. All right, a lot of people would be excited. And in fact, the crew on Intrepid were very excited to have astronauts on board as well. A lot of them took pictures, wrote home to their friends and family about it. And that's how we know. Now, my friends, our Mercury capsule is named after something pretty special. It's named after the planet Mercury. Mercury. What are some things you guys know about the planet Mercury? What do you know about Mercury? Yes, my friend. Okay, so yes, one part of Mercury is very, very hot. All right, and that's one of the reasons why people don't live there. All right, excellent. What else do you guys know about Mercury? All right, yeah. Very good, my friend. So Mercury is the smallest of our 8 planets, It is also the planet closest to the sun. It is planet number 1. All right, and that is very important because the Mercury space capsules were part of NASA's very first project to send people off of Earth and into space. All right, so number one space mission. All right, so that's one of the reasons why our Mercury capsule was given the name of this very special small inner planet. All right. But Scott Carpenter wasn't the only astronaut that Intrepid picked up when it was a part of the Navy. It picked up 2 other astronauts on a different mission called Gemini. Now, my friends here, while you were exploring our Explorium today, visiting our different partners, did anybody get the chance to go check out our Gemini replica over there in the corner? Give me a raised hand or a thumbs up. Ooh, I see a couple people did. Excellent. If you haven't had the chance yet, go check out our Gemini replica. You're able to sit inside of it. All right, it's the same size, same shape as the capsule that Intrepid picked up and had on board, along with its 2 astronauts, Gus Grissom and John Young. Do I have a question, my friend? It is not the actual version. It is a replica. The actual version NASA has. This one is a replica, and that's pretty cool because we're able to go inside of it and take a little closer look, or you wouldn't be able to do that with the real thing. All right, great. So these are some images just of Intrepid picking up those space capsules. We have a capsule sort of suspended outside. If you go out one of our exits to the right during the hangar deck, you'll be able to see the rigging of how we picked up our Gemini space capsule and brought it back on board. Now, my friends, whoops, too far. Has anybody heard of the name Gemini before? Heard of the name Gemini? Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of the name Gemini before. Oh, I see a couple thumbs up, a couple thumbs up. Anybody like to share where they've heard it before? Yes. Ah. Okay, yes, it is the name of our space capsule. Very good. Anybody hear it any other places? Some people may have heard it as a zodiac sign before, an astrological sign. Yeah. So Gemini is something called a constellation. A constellation. Mm-hmm. And constellations are pictures in the stars. So people here on Earth for a very long time at night would stand and look up at the stars and sort of like connect the dots. They'd see pictures and they'd tell stories. Sometimes they try to talk about how those constellations ended up there or why they move across the sky in the way they do. All right, I have one of my boards over here. This is a constellation board. And on it, I have a pretty common constellation that a lot of cultures all over the world see. All right, I'd like you guys to take a look at my dots on the board. These are representing my different stars that make up this constellation. And I would like you to imagine, try to imagine what this constellation might be a picture of. All right. And I would like you to turn and talk to the people you came with. All right, talk to the folks sitting next to you. And maybe ask each other what you think this is. Talk about what this is. All right, we'll give 1 second and then I'll ask what you think. All right. What do we think this constellation is? All right. What do we think our constellation is? Ooh, I see a lot of people talking. All right, trying to figure out what this might be. Wonderful. So I would like to know what you see in our constellation. No answer is the wrong answer. All right, and I'm very curious. So my friend over here with the red sweater, loud and proud, what do you see? A bunny? Ooh, I can totally see that. All right, absolutely. Yes, back there. A spider. Ooh, very cool. All the way in the back, really loud. A glass cup. Ooh, I like it. I like it. All right, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Very cool. All right, so our friend over here mentioned that this might be something called Ursa Major. All right, Ursa Major, and it might have a couple of other pictures inside it too. So I am going to string up our constellation, all right, or part of our constellation, so we can see part of it better. Ooh. So I'm hearing a couple people in our crowd say it's the Big Dipper. Has anybody seen the Big Dipper in the night sky before? All right. Ooh. Yeah, so it is on my screen too. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, so my friends, the Big Dipper, the stars in the Big Dipper are very bright. All right, they're pretty easy to see, even in a big city like New York. All right, and they are a smaller picture inside of our larger constellation. And that means it gets a special name. It's called an asterism. Can you guys all say that with me? Asterism. One more time, loud and proud. Asterism. Very good. So the Big Dipper is an asterism, and it's inside our larger constellation. So I'm going to string through our larger constellation, and as I do, all right, I want you to think if it's the same way that you connected the dots, or you see a new picture, you see something different. All right. All right. Are you still seeing your picture? Or are you seeing something new? Ooh, so I'm seeing some people say, what's that? Ooh, it's a dog? All right, what else could it be? What else could it be? Yeah. A squirrel. Ooh, I like it. All right. Yeah, yellow sweatshirt. Ooh, a little louder, my friend. All right, something to do with the military. Military, very good, very good. Yeah, right over here. A horse. Yeah, I totally see a horse. All right, but like our friend over here before said, a lot of different people looked up at the sky, night sky, all over the world and saw this as a great big bear. All right, all right. Well, I have a little story about why this bear might not look like your average bear. All right, are you ready? All right. So this story comes to us from the Iroquois people, native people that lived in the northeastern United States and Canada. All right, and their story about the Great Bear goes a little like this. There once was a great, big, mean, magical bear. And this bear was no good. He was sort of going around, knocking over people's homes, eating everybody's food, not being a very good neighbor. And so 3 tribes came together, and they each decided to send their very best hunter after the bear. So these 3 hunters, they chased the bear and they chased the bear. They chased the bear through the forests, over the rivers, across the mountains, until there was no place left for the bear to run. And so what the great bear decided to do was take a leap and jump into the stars. But these 3 hunters, they were very good at their job. They weren't just going to let that great big bear get away. And so they jumped after the bear and grabbed on to the big bear. But here's the thing. Do bears usually have short stubby tails or big long tails? All right, show me with your fingers. Short stubby tails or big long tails? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of people say short stubby tails. Yeah, usually bears have short stubby tails. But when the hunters jumped after the bear, the only part of the bear they could get a hold of was its tail. All right, and as they hung on, the great bear's tail stretched out farther and farther. And we can still see the hunters. 1, 2, and 3. Holding on to the tail of the great bear as it travels across the night sky. So that's one story of our great bear, but there are lots of other stories from different cultures around the world that talk about our great bear in the sky, or our asterism of the Big Dipper. Now there's one more story that I would like to tell, and that has to do with the name of our capsule that Intrepid picked up, our Gemini constellation. All right. So I would like you guys to take a look at my constellation here. All right. And I'd like you to once again talk with the people that are with you and imagine what this constellation could be. Remember, there's no wrong answer. We're using our imaginations to come up with what this picture might be. What might this be? All right. Now, as you're looking, I would like to challenge you to take a look at the way this constellation looks now. Does the picture change? Do you see something different? Chat with the people you came with. What does it look like now? All right. People in different parts of the world look up in the night sky, and even though they see the same stars, they might see them from a different angle or a different perspective. They might connect them a different way and come up with a different picture. All right. So, my friends, what do we think our Gemini constellation could be? All right. My friend in the red sweater, yes. A spaceship. Love it. All right. My jacket, yes. All right. It might look like 2 people holding hands. All right. Tie-dye sweatshirt. Yes. Oh, ooh, you're going to have to be a little louder for me, friend. 2 men from our Gemini mission. Ooh. Yes. Gemini twins. All right, friends. So the reason why, all right, our Gemini capsule was named that was because of this constellation. Greek and Roman people saw the Gemini constellation as 2 people holding hands, and they named them the Gemini brothers or the Gemini twins. So how many people do you think could fit in a Gemini space capsule? Show me with your fingers. Show me with your fingers. How many people do you think could fit inside? Oh, yes, I'm seeing a lot of people with 2 fingers up, 2 fingers up. Yes, 2 twins, 2 people in the capsule. This story of our Gemini twins is one of my favorites. So I'm going to share it with you guys today. It'll be my last story of the day. According to our Greeks and Romans, these 2 brothers were called Castor and Pollux. All right, and they had the same mom, but they had 2 different dads. Castor's dad was just a regular person, just like all of us. That meant Castor was a regular person. But Pollux's father was a god. And that meant Pollux would live forever. But that really didn't matter to the 2 brothers. They grew up like every other pair of brothers do. All right? They lived together and they laughed together and they got on each other's nerves. Does anybody here have siblings? Ooh, I'm seeing lots of hands. Yeah, do sometimes you get along and maybe sometimes you get on each other's nerves? Yeah. I'm seeing some nods. All right? Yeah, that was just like Castor and Pollux. When they grew up and they became adults, they both decided to become great warriors together. And one day on the field of battle, Pollux looked over and saw an arrow shoot across the sky and hit his brother Castor in the chest. Pollux was so worried because he knew Castor could get hurt. And so he ran over to his brother. And when he got there, he realized that Castor would not survive. And so Pollux cried out to the gods and he said, "Please, please, please, save my brother. He is my best friend, and I don't know what I will do without him. If you save my brother, I will give up the most important thing I have. I will give up my immortality. I will give up forever." And when the gods heard this, they were moved. And so they decided to save Castor's life and to take Pollux's immortality and split it in half. All right? So that each brother would get to live half of forever. And when that time was up, the gods put the 2 brothers and placed them in the night sky as stars, so that they would never have to be apart again. And so that we here on earth could look up at the night sky and be reminded about just how powerful family and friends can be. So my friends, what I would like you guys to do is I would like you to go out with your family, all right, with your friends, with the permission of your adults, all right, and take a look at our night sky. See if you can find our Big Dipper and our Big Bear or our Gemini twins. And if you can't, that's okay. Because I'd like you to connect the stars like you're playing Connect the Dots. Find your own constellations and tell your own stories. And who knows? Maybe one day there'll be somebody standing on a stage saying this is what they saw in New York City. Thank you, everybody, for your attention. I hope you had fun and learned something new. And I hope you have a great time at our Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum.
All right, put your hands together for Ellen from our Intrepid Education Department. Thanks so much, Ellen. That was out of this world. Hey. So everyone, our Intrepid Education Department does programming here on site as well as virtually. We have a whole variety of programs for pre-K through 12, as well as teens and seniors and after-school programs. You name it, we've got it. So if you're interested in signing up for any of those, check out intrepidmuseum.org/education. Also, throughout today, don't forget to check out our Maker Zone over here. Earlier, they were making camouflage flat Stanleys. And coming up, they're going to be doing a paper airplane challenge. So you can make a whole bunch of different kinds of airplane styles and test them out right over there. So be sure to check that out. At 1 o'clock, that's right. Thank you. And also, everyone, coming up at 1 o'clock, we've got another very, very special performance here now from our friends over at Ballet Hispanico School of Dance. They are going to be doing a very, very just amazing, intriguing, and interactive performance here that's going to be blending music, cultural connections, choreography, and history. And it'll make you think about dance in a whole new way. So be sure, everyone, to come back here at 1 o'clock. And that goes for all of you tuning in at home as well. We hope to see you right back here at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum at 1 o'clock for our next performance. Thanks so much, everyone. Happy Kids Week.